Great team win. We talked about being relentless and disciplined for 60 minutes this week. That was the focus. I thought our guys came out and did that. I thought our offensive line did a hell of a job protecting, giving up no sacks. Our defense getting 4. We talked about starting the game fast. Kenny Moore getting the pick 6 to start. Couldn't start any better than that. So shout out to the guys, the coaching staff, everybody involved. Takes everybody in this league to do their jobs at a high level to go out and execute. I thought it was just a great team win for us on the road. Injury updates, Alec Pierce got a concussion, and then Kenny Moore has a calf right now.
Shane, just talk about Jonathan Taylor's performance and that late run that kind of sealed it. It was a special day for him.
Yeah, it was awesome. 3 touchdowns on the ground. The offensive line paved the way for him. That big time run there at the end, that was the old school ISO play. I know I talked to you guys a little bit about that during the week. I said we put in old school ISO, and it was a hell of a job up front. Warren leading, and then obviously 2-8 breaking the tackles and getting through there for the big run. It was fun. It was like old school smash mouth football.
How good does it feel when you put something in like that? You talk about it all week and then you see it come together in that fashion.
Yeah, it was awesome. It's a credit to Jim Bob and offensive line coach, and assistant offensive line coach, and Tommy, our tight end coach, and those guys, coming up with that deal. It was awesome. So it takes everybody, like I said, everyone doing their job at a high level, one day at a time.
We talked a lot about Tyler Warren, like his receiving through the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That play, that block, how much do you think that defines what he brings to your team?
Yeah, he's just an old school throwback freaking baller. The toughness, the grittiness that he plays with, it's awesome. He's a blue collar player, do anything for the team, and just does the job at a high level.
With Jonathan, is that why you just keep, you guys kind of struggled a little bit with the run early on. Is that why you just keep pounding away because that play might be coming eventually?
Yeah. I mean, we threw it a little bit there early. Thought Daniel was very efficient throwing it. I think he had 113 QB rating and 18 to 25. He's efficient throwing it. Obviously mixing it with the run there too, and offensive line starts up front with those guys and them doing their jobs. So hell of a team win.
How big is Daniel's ability to avoid sacks been for this offense?
It's been huge. That third down right there around midfield was big because we were kind of on the edge of field goal range, and obviously we're trying to get it there, and they brought some pressure there for him to get out of there and scramble for the first time. First down was a huge play for us there. I think he's just seen it really well. I mean, he's seen it really well, getting us out of the right place, delivering the ball with accuracy. He's playing freaking really good right now.
When you got hired, you said, throw to score, run to win.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what it looks like, right? Would you say?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, sometimes that's how it goes, you know what I mean? Every game can be different, but our guys are protecting up front. Our wideouts are making plays. Everyone's getting involved. Take it 1 week at a time, but, excited about where we're at right now as a football team.
With that sort of, balance, whatever you want to call it, I mean, how much more difficult is it for teams to defend you right now?
Yeah, absolutely. You got a guy that's the signal caller back there that studies his tail off, looks at their tape all day, every day, grinding, looking at different things, knowing the checks, understanding what we're trying to get done offensively, getting us out of the right plays. That stuff pays huge dividends in this league because there's a lot going on. I mean, it's obviously one of the toughest positions in all sports to play. And he's doing it right now as good as it gets.
Has this team exceeded your expectations so far?
No, I felt really good. Obviously, when you go into a season, obviously there's the outside noise, but in our locker room, our guys knew, what we had and the way we went about our business all through training camp and off season. And it's about going out and executing and playing together for one another. And our guys are doing that right now, and we got to continue to do that. Like I said, but it's a 1 day at a time. It's a week-to-week league, and we got to stay disciplined in our approach.
Week 3 in the NFL sometimes is like that week of track games. For you guys to preach focus and discipline all week and then to go out and win by 21, what does it maybe say about this team?
That they're locked in. I think it's our first road test. We knew there was going to be some noise early. Handle the noise, the communication up front. I thought it was great. I thought the defense played great. We were aggressive there. Trying to get the quarterback off the spot. He's a talented player. You can see it. I think he's going to be a hell of a football player in this league. There's some of the stuff when they're going tempo. He looked really good. So I thought our guys, handled everything really good. It was a good team.
Efficiency sounds boring, but I mean, no turnovers so far this year. Daniel 9.1 per attempt today. The rushing average. Just how are you so efficient right now? Like across the board.
Like I said, I think it's our guys, it's our players, and it's our coaches. But it starts with the players. This league's all about the players. Always has been, always will be. And those guys are grinding away, putting in the time, putting in the work during the week, practicing at a high level. You got to practice hard, and that's what it comes down to. It starts in practice, starts in the meeting rooms, and those guys have been locked in. And even the walkthroughs. I mean, we're locked in those walkthroughs. Those aren't a mess around deal when we walk through in the morning before practice, and they've been doing a hell of a job with it, all three phases. So, like I said, week to week league, got to continue it.
You talked about
Couple more.
You talked about X's and O's with Daniel, like how much he takes that serious. But from a mentality standpoint, just knowing everything he's been through in his career, when did you kind of know, like, okay, he can handle just the pressure of being the guy whether you win or lose, if that makes sense?
Yeah, I think early on, first couple of weeks he was here from a mental standpoint, just having those conversations, and he's been around it. I mean, he knows what this league's all about, and he's going to work his tail off and give this team everything he's got. No matter what happens on that field, he's going to go back to work. And like I said, he's been playing at a super high level right now. Offensive line's been protecting, defense has been playing great. Lou's doing a hell of a job. I mean, just got to keep going.
What do you think of Rigo's one punt today?
Yeah, I was kind of pissed about it, to be honest. So you got some work in today, finally. Man, we were on the headsets, we're like, crap, we punted. Shoot. Because we thought we had the penalty. And so we're like, we're still got it going. And then we had to punt there. But it was a hell of a punt. Got him back up. So.
Yeah. Last one here. Not that you needed it today, but when you hear the home fans booing, is there a blood in the water mentality there, or because coaches and teams look for every advantage, is that even a thing you even registers?
No, I don't know. Look, I'll say this: I got a lot of respect for Callahan. I think he's a hell of a football coach, and I think those guys play hard and they